Do you know that Riverstone offers warranty work and non-warranty work at their Topeka manufacturing plant? That's something we found out when we had this roof issue. They charge $85 an hour, which is way below the market on repairs. If you ever had anything repaired on an RV, you know it can be $100 to $200 an hour. It can be $250 for them to show up. So we found out that they do full repairs at the factory on these models, which is incredible because they have all the parts available to fix these correctly and to get them back up to 100%. So we just wanted to make everybody aware that anybody that has a Riverstone that would be wanting to get it repaired, that the Topeka office where they manufacture these, they fix everything on these units, and you can schedule that, and it's usually a 3-month schedule in advance. So if you happen to be in the northern Indiana area, in the capital of the world of Elkhart, you can get your Riverstone serviced right from the factory folks that build them. Pretty incredible. These are our two kitchen slides. They're opposing each other. And this one on the campsite is the one that's always given us a problem, and it's been rebuilt once before by a extended warranty contractor. I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to show you what they did and what they changed in 2023. This is another thing they changed in 2023 to alleviate this issue. Our slide, whenever it went in, it made a loud noise. We had this rebuilt, and this did not fix our issue. We still had problems with it. What the factory found while we were up there getting our roof fixed for free, and we had mentioned to it about the slide, we had already had a lot of expenses with tires and all that stuff, so we weren't going to let it go because it wasn't acting up all the time. But what the guy told us, he said it's something that needed to be repaired right away. What they did is right here, in this section right here, this had some real small little fiberglass cracks. Not even cracks, it was just like the paint was chipping a little bit. What they did on the newer models, where this strip is here, they moved this out here to relieve the pressure. So what they did, they ground this all out, that circle right here, came back in with a painter and painted this, and I'll show you inside what they did. But they added a brace to support this Swintex slide system. So I'm going to take you inside and show you what we did inside, or what they did inside. So besides outside grinding that out, they had to add, and I'll get a light on here for us, they had to add an extra seam, and I don't know if you can see the seam tape right there going down. It goes from top to bottom. What they did is they cut this melamine board with the wallpaper on it, and they put a new brace top to bottom down through here to support this slide, and then they put this back together and then put tape on it. Same thing on this side over here. They did the exact same thing over here, where they had to split this, and they told me you're going to see an additional seam, but it has to be done because otherwise they would have had to take this whole front kitchen section, refrigerator, everything out and get access to it. And they pulled the entire slide out. So both slides were pulled totally out inside the factory. They had it inside the factory, and all for free. I mean, we can't tell you how much we were excited about that, because we were expecting it to be a large bill. But when he explained exactly what they were going to do, they said, no, we're doing this because it should have been done like that from the get-go, from the factory. So even though this camper, they consider it older because it's a 2021, in 2023 they made some major changes on the roof that I showed you earlier, and on these slides. They still took care of it. They stood by their product, and that's why we love Riverstone, because of it being a luxury line, and they treat you like luxury. So we just love that they were able to do that for us. It was a 3-day repair, so we had to get a hotel for a few nights, but it was well worth it. and they had a body shop come back in, and he did some paint work where he had to grind out where those little spider cracks were. They did body work. He asked me if there was any other issues, and we had a couple other little dent and a little scratch, a couple spots, and they fixed that up for us. But we did pay money for that. That was on us. But you can't expect that out of every dealer, and that's why we love our Riverstone, because they definitely stand behind their product. So that's what we wanted to show you today. And besides that, they had to ask us what other issues we had, and I had a list of things I needed. I needed some little on the outside storage doors, there's little hinge pins, I guess so they call them, like covers. They give us a handful of those. He had given us some gasket material for the doors, because I had a couple of gaskets that were torn, and that tape for inside on the wallpaper. We had a spot that I needed to fix in the bedroom, so they give us all that stuff, and that stuff was all for free. He also gave us a seal for our Dometic 320 toilet, which pretty incredible. If you happen to get into Topeka, Indiana, and you need service work done, they do charge $85 an hour for work that is done that's beyond the warranty issue, or if it's something they deem that needs to be fixed, that should have been fixed when the camper was built. That's what I wanted to explain to you guys today, and with the roof and with the slide issue.